What up, world? This is Scale Auto Customizer coming to you from the Big Easy Garage. This is gonna be a how-to video, namely for Joe Thompson. If y'all seen his most recent video, y'all know he's working on the 57 Bel Air AMT kit for the Dave Parker tribute build. Well, he called me up yesterday and he wanted to know if I could help him out with a little how-to video on how to convert a leaf spring rear suspension to a 2-link or a 4-link. So that's what this is going to be. Now, Joe, to save time for this video, I've already pre-done everything. So if you have any further questions for me, just let me know. But it's pretty straightforward and pretty I mean, it's real simple, man. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing you're gonna want to do, which let me basically say that this is a chassis for a '86 Monte Carlo. I looked through my parts bin and I don't have any kits that are full leaf spring rear suspensions, so I'll have to make this suffice. You know, this back axle, we'll treat this muffler, you know, like it's a leaf spring. Okay, so let's basically get into it. First thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to put your axle in, you know, where it's gonna sit from the factory. Determine where it's going to be centered at. Okay, once you get it centered, you want to mark it up, you know, with a pencil, or you want to mark it up with a pencil or with a fine tip Sharpie. Okay, you can see I got it marked there. I got the mark going all the way around, so I know where my center of my my axle will be centered at. Okay, next, like I said, I'm not too familiar with the kit you're working with. So this is I did this as a demonstration to where if the leaf springs come attached to the axle on the kit, you're gonna have to remove them. So you're gonna have to, you know, take your Dremel or a hobby knife and remove the leaf springs if they're, you know, molded to the axle, like I did with this here. I got rid of the muffler with my Dremel tool and I smoothed it out, you know, to make it just an independent rear axle. So that's what you'll have to do if it's connected. If not, skip this step. Okay, you know, you got your center point. So if you had to cut that off, you'll know where your axle is going to be centered at. Okay, so once you get your axle centered, you're going to want to take a ruler or a, you know, a tape measure, whatever your measuring device is, and you're going to want to measure. Let me get a little pointer here. You're going to want to measure from the center of the bottom of the axle to wherever on your frame you're going to connect your 4-link to. Now if you see, let me grab my magnifying glass. If you can see right there on that side where that little hole is, that's the on this kit, that's where the 2-link actually connects. So on this side here, this light is horrible, you gotta forgive me. This side here, I grinded it off with my Dremel tool just to give it a better look, so you would get a feel for you know, your frame not having that. Okay, with that being said, once you determine where you're gonna connect your 4-link to your frame, you're gonna measure. Okay, and after you measure, you're gonna take some styrene rod, which in this instance, what I used, and it works perfect for this, is the number 212 0.80 inch, I guess it is, 2.0 millimeter rod. Okay, it's like the perfect size for doing this. What you're gonna do is you're gonna cut a couple of pieces. You're gonna cut 3 pieces. You're gonna cut one longer one. Okay, that's gonna be well, let me put it. like this, two smaller pieces sideways. That's going to be your total length. That's how long you want it to be. Let me straighten this out. Okay, that's going to be your total length. Like I said, I pre-cut those, and I also pre-made one. You want it to look just like a little dog bone. Okay. Once you have that done, let's see. You come back over here. You can test fit. Make sure it's going to be the length you need it to be. Oh, this axle keeps slipping on me. Oh, there goes that. All right. Now, once again, try this. You're going to want it to go from the center of the axle. Let me give a magnifying glass for you. You're going to want it to go from the center of the axle, which is going right there, to the point in the frame which you decided you want it to go, depending on how far you want how long you want your link bar to be. Okay. With that being said, let me see if I can get in here a little closer. If you look right there, sitting next to the frame, that just don't look right, just sitting there like that. So what you're gonna have to do, and I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see this too well. If not, I'm going to take pictures and make a little slideshow of all the parts and how they're going to look afterwards. But you're going to have to make a little box. And basically what this box is going to be is you're going to connect this to your frame. And you're going to want to make your box. It's just a little simple box. You got one, let me get around here you got one more side, okay, with the bottom and just two open sides. You want the front and the top to be open. And the reason with that is you want to be able to take your 4-link bar and have it go right in there. Now, once you get that done, okay, you're going to come back over here, and that piece would connect to your frame. This axle keeps sliding on me. That part would connect to your frame. With the open top, oh, give me a second, I'm going to have to put this down for a second. You want that, like I said, to connect to your frame. And it's basically what it's going to represent is like I showed you a minute ago on the factory 2-link setup for this kit. It would represent where your 2-link bar would go from your axle to there. It's basically going to be give it a more realistic look than just having a 4-link glued to the side of your frame. Now you may have to do a little bit more modifying, like just to make it look a little bit better, more presentable to the frame. But that's how it's gonna look. And basically, man, you just that same process. You repeat for the other side. Now where it connects to the axle right here, instead of building that whole box like that, all you really have to do for the axle is just do the two sides, one side of each of the 4-link. Glue a piece of styrene to there, shape it up a little bit, and glue it to there and to the front, to the axle. And I mean that's pretty much it, man. Other than that, if you want to do your 2-link, you just do that whole process again for the other side. If you're going to do a 4-link, find where your other two are going to go, do the same process. Just instead of connecting those to the bottom of the axle like this one, connect your other two to the top of the axle and find you a little point. Like I said, man, it's real simple. Ooh, excuse me. It's real simple. like I said, if you have any more questions, man, just just get at me, man. This is Scale Auto Customizer signing out from the Big Easy Garage. And until next time, keep on building, man.